Hello Capricorn, welcome to your reading. My name is Maria and this is a tarot intuitive story for you if you have Capricorn Sun, Moon, Rising, Stellium, Mars, Venus even, or you could be a cross-watcher and this story could still be for you. So, and it's what we have on the table is a story about you finally now reaching the end of some journey that you're happy to leave behind you, and doing the actual stepping into the new. So you're stepping into through a portal or over a threshold, and from what I have on the table, it looks like you're it's been a long time coming, and you need this new thing that's about to happen, or happening actually right now. That's how this reading is coming out. So very exciting. Let's jump right into it. We start out with the backstory about what brought you to this threshold, and it started with you being a very powerful creator. This looks very looks like a powerful creator to me. It looks like you were making your way in the world, and you were reaching goals or building an empire or whatever it was that you were doing. You've been successful, and you created something in the world for sure. This is from the Cosmic Creatures deck, and these two are from the Osho Zen Tarot. So beyond the Scorpion, you come out as the creator and the friendliness card, and this shows me that you've been very powerfully projecting your goals into the world and then making them real. And they have been, you've been spreading a lot of good energy. You've been, of course, as you would be in most instances, being charming as most Capricorns are. You've been friendly and spreading good energy, and you might have had a sort of a career that was about doing good. You could have been a light worker, a truth worker, or doing things like that, or just having that vibe into what you've been doing. You've been having good intentions, and so you created something in the world as you wanted to, but you were stopped in your tracks, and you were significantly slowed down by, these are from the Muse Tarot deck. You come out, well, this one is still the Zen Tarot. So you come out with the slowing down card and the Three of Voices. And the Three of Voices is a card of heartbreak or betrayal, or some kind of like a sudden pain or sudden situation, loss, something you weren't ready for, that really set you back. So you were in this kind of very sunny sort of energy in a way, but you encountered something on your way that was very difficult to deal with, and it sort of changed your situation or your life into you having to come out with the beaver spirit. And this looks like you having to lay sort of a new foundation in your life, somewhere something completely crumbled, and you've been having to rebuild from scratch to some extent in your life. And so you had to go from maybe doing a lot of things out in the world to maybe being very close to home, and dealing with some things at home or inside of you or in your family, however this played out. But you've been forced to redo some foundational work in your life. Could also have been your identity. That something kind of completely changed it, or sort of split you up in a way that you couldn't be the same after this. And so you had to figure out, okay, well then who am I? And all of these things could have actually been happening simultaneously. So that happens in your life. And you then come out with the morality card. And today this looks to me as old age. And as a Capricorn, you are prone to having, you're ruled by Saturn. Saturn is the ruler of time and age and old age. And a lot of Capricorns experience in their life little periods of time where it's like they're in old age before they reach it, because once you reach old age, you will be very young. That's the mythological journey of the Capricorn. It's kind of like the curious case of Benjamin Button. You're born very old, and then you just become more and more and more and more youthful. And to counter that, or how Saturn's journey works, is that you then through life have kind of periods from time to time where you're in an old age kind of space or period of your life, and then by the time you actually reach old age, it'll all be done, and you'll be you'll be selling all of your furniture and inlining in your house, like I heard once that Henry Miller did. Sold out his furniture in his Paris apartment, and then just bought roller skates and lived like that. Anyway, he was a Capricorn. So you've been having one of those periods, and well, might not have been all the way enjoyable. Could have been a little of both. Maybe some of it has been kind of quiet and nice, and some of it has been kind of shriveling you up a little bit, has been kind of like drying you out. You might have felt a little alone in this, or you might have developed a little bit of bitterness or resentment, which would, in most cases, for almost everybody, would follow a situation like this, where something came out of left field and sort of changed your life and provoked a loss. So of course you've been trying to deal with that, but on a deeper level, you're actually becoming younger, you're growing younger, because that's the mythological journey you're on as such. And also you can just see it from this card. You can see kind of the life force sort of just sending energy and turning this person into like a rosy, completely new, fresh. So even though you might have felt like you were kind of shriveling and drying up in a way, and maybe some things in your life fell away, the real truth that has actually been happening is that you've been on a spiritual spa retreat, where the universe is actually renewing you. And so this is the backstory, and now this is gonna start showing up, because you've actually gone through this whole process, and I think that we now reach the point that you're at exactly right now, because a shift happens, and it happens with the ladybug that comes out as your luck changing significantly, like just good luck ready to show up for you, ready to enter your life, and would like to invite you back into the world. We Are the World, a card comes out, would like you to participate again, would like you to step out, create anew, and because you, as I see it, you must have, at least for some period of time, you must have taken kind of like a time out or some time for self-reflection, maybe hermiting, and now at this point where you are right now, the door is open and you're invited in. Please come and participate again. Please come out of hiding, Capricorn, and join the party, or just join hands again, or sort of start creating and participating. And so, and you, having gone through all of this, you are understandably kind of a little tired. So your answer to this first invitation, like your call to yet another adventure in a way, comes out very softly. It's not going to come in with a bang, but it's very softly. You'll be feeling like the more ease and like the energy is opening more. You'll get some good ideas. You'll get a little more invitations. You'll set some things, maybe some things will just start moving in your life. And you'll be feeling that, but your initial reaction now in this phase of your life may be to be a little cautious, or a little, maybe you could just be tired. Come out with the 10 of inspiration, and of course you would be tired because you went through a lot and the universe did a lot to you while you were going through it, because I feel like it's been working on many layers on your being. So a lot of you has been in play in different ways, and so you would be a little tired, but it also comes out a little bit as you kind of being a little unwilling, maybe being a little like, yeah, I don't know if I want to get back out there. I don't know that I'm in the mood for that. I'm a little tired of all of it. I don't know if I can take yet another, round in the ring, or walk back into whatever arena it is that this is about. It could just be, life as such, or it could be like work or dating, or, friendships, if it's an area of your life. You're a little reluctant, and you're also maybe a little disappointed because you went through some loss, and at this point you're not yet sure exactly what you got, what maybe at this point you don't completely feel like the gifts match the pain or the loss. And so I feel like you're a little discontent and not super motivated, and it could just be the shortest period of time. But I just see you, right when the door opens and the bell goes ding 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 ding, Capricorn, the door is open, you can enter the new. You're a little like, yeah, now I can enter the new. That was kind of a rough ride. I might sit here a little bit and be like a little discontent. Very understandably, because you've been through a lot. So you might be a little holding back a little bit. So the universe then says, yes, also we also understand that spirit is very understanding, and would just like to invite you to maybe take a couple of baby steps. Just move slowly and move with your boundaries. Yes, bring your boundaries, but don't let it be boundaries that are stopping you. Don't let it be like everything is a hard pass. Just, yes, protect yourself. Of course you feel like you're vulnerable just after this whole metamorphosis that you went through. So protect yourself, but move forward a little bit. Just do some of the things that feel good. Let the energy guide you. Just try a couple of things, and then feel if the doors are opening. That's the way it should go, and the doors will open, and it will be way more easy than it has been, and it will be so clear to you very quickly. So just take a few steps. You don't have to completely open. Like maybe this is about also, because it comes out a little bit as boundaries, and it might be like, okay, you don't have to step out and completely bare yourself and give it your all. Just as much as you can do and still feel safe. And it also comes out with the Beyond Illusion card. And today this card comes out actually as Beyond Disillusion. It would like to invite you to believe again, to believe in you, in life, in spirit, in love, in your potential, your amazing, amazing potential for success. You're born for success, and so really Spirit would so like for you to not bring negativity or fear or doubt with you. Of course, all of these things are so human, and we would carry them but it is kind of in a way saying you could try to let go of some of it, and just see where it takes you. Just have a little faith. And of course, give it time, because you might still be kind of both healing and reeling a little bit from what you went through. But maybe find that space inside of you where there is a willingness to kind of shed all that and become light. Become light. You know, both as in lightness and as in light. By letting go of maybe some of these, some of the resentment or whatever it is that can follow with having like real heartbreak and really harsh times. You're being invited to release some of that, and I feel that following this advice, which I believe that you will and that you want to, it's just gonna bring you into such a flow state, and see how much energy is flowing to his. There's third eye. It's just you'll just be fed with inspiration and flow and knowing and knowledge, and you might have even reached a spiritual mastery where you have access to an enormous amount of information, and it will only open more and more and more and more the more you allow yourself to be light, open, trusting. It's just gonna start really, really flowing, and look how enjoyable this looks. This looks very blissful, and looks like it's a very wonderful state of beingness and state of mind. So this is available, and that is actually what your new beginning would like to consist of. And so it points a little back to this one, to how you were creating before, because you were creating very much from your solar plexus. So a lot of your mastery was stemming from your will. And now a new type of mastery would like to step in, which is stemming much more from the art of receiving, the art of operating from absolute knowing, and from being very in touch with whatever it is that you're in touch with when you're most in flow state and happiness and your best self. Could be spirit, or could be something else, creativity, or whatever it is, heart, soul, mind, well, maybe not mind, but whatever it is actually that's higher than your mind to you, that would like to help you, and it's become very powerful, and it can do other types of things than what you were doing before. And you then come out as the raven, which is going to be this new you, which is, it has all these connotations, I feel, of like a little bit of some sort of a witchy, but like in a really great way, like very, very smart, and can fly, and also this card is pointing me back to the beginning, because in the beginning you were creating like this in this environment, and now you're becoming this in that environment. So to me, the difference is that this one is very peaceful and very protected with all this purple light, which I see as very spiritual protection. And now actually, maybe when you look back, you'll be realizing, oh, actually the environment that I was in, that I thought was great, was maybe quite harsh, Because if you look at the circumstances that this scorpion is living under, like burning sun and a lot of sand, maybe now that all of this change has happened and so much spiritual protection and guidance and help is coming in because of, you know, all of the opening that has been happening with you, you're maybe realizing, okay, the way I was creating before was actually maybe quite demanding and a little harsh, and maybe I couldn't have kept it up forever. And it required for you to have a lot of shell, because it wouldn't have been possible to make it. But now you have, first of all, you have protection, and you can fly, and you just have a whole other possibility. You don't have to have a lot of protection around you. So I feel like you'll actually, because the next card that comes out is the Suppression card. So now you'll actually be able to let a lot of things come out, you know, a lot of things that you were maybe not feeling safe to show about you before. Now it's becoming safe to show the world who you are, to show yourself to others, to those close to you, to those that don't know. It's just a lot of energy can now be released because you're not in that harsh environment anymore, and you don't have to have that, you know, protection that you carry with you a little bit when you first cross the threshold. But you'll quickly realize that you're actually stepping into something very new that's giving you much more freedom. And the final card that comes out is the Two of Materials. And this looks to me, first of all, it looks like you're really starting to find your stride in this new world and this new realm that you're stepping into, and this new way of creating. So you're kind of starting to really move with it and find out how to juggle it. And you are actually now becoming a master of two worlds, because the thing that you were able to do before, you can still do that. You can still create from your will and your solar plexus, but you can now also pick up a lot of information and just have a lot of downloads or a lot of communion with whatever it is that is more flowy and creative inside of you. And so you then suddenly have like even more power. It's quite incredible actually what you have to create with, because you have the best of both worlds, and that's what you're gonna realize, and you're gonna start juggling with it, and great things are gonna happen. And that also actually points me back to this one, the thing that you were creating before all of this started, because it was great, you were spreading a lot of good energy in the world, but you were actually only always getting close to the thing. It's like it never was really in your hands. And I think that's also probably a realization that you're having now on this other side, when you're suddenly starting to juggle with so much more expansive energy and all this new, is that you're realizing, well, I got close to the thing that I wanted, but I actually didn't really ever hold it in my hand. It was always only proximity, but now it's in your hands. Now you can actually get it, the thing that you really want. And you can really, I feel like you can get that and one more thing. But it's just, or it actually looks so limitless to me. It's just, you'll have so much more at your disposal, and you'll really start juggling with it and mastering it. And it looks to me like it's going to be very joyful, and it's not going to be harsh anymore, and there's going to be a lot of room for you, and for you to shine without having to hide who you are or close yourself down, because there wasn't room for that, because now there is. and you'll be fully protected. So yeah, this was your reading, Capricorn. I feel like it's been a long time coming, and it's here. You're crossing the threshold, and there are going to be maybe a little couple of bumps, and you'll bring a couple of things that probably you'll want to leave behind, and then the show will start, and it'll be great. So it's a good times. Thank you for being here, Capricorn. I'm happy you joined me, and I hope you'll come back again soon. And if you like this video, if you got something out of it, please like, subscribe, share, and comment. And I'll see you next time. Bye.